the one who brought us to this world, and the one who maintains us and sustains and subsists us every single second of our existence. And that everything that exists really from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every blessing that we enjoy is really from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every good thing in our lives, about our careers, about our relationships, about our families, about the environment we live in, the rizq provision we receive, it's all from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The more we are in good terms with these meanings, the more we understand these meanings, the more we will have love to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, simply because, as Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu says, جُبَلَتِ الْقُلُوبِ أو النفوس على حب من أحسن إليها. That the human soul or the human heart is in such a way that it turns to and loves the one who does good to it. That's how Allah created the human soul or the human heart. Meaning, if someone does good to you, you will like them, you will be at peace with them, and you would eventually develop loving them. جُبِلَتِ النفوس على حب من أحسن إليها. The biggest problem we face is that a lot of times we do not sit down and make tafakkur and tadabbur that Allah gave us all that we have. Had we done that, the love of Allah will just emanate from our hearts. No effort. It will be effortless. Because that's how we are. Allah created us. We love those who do good to us. If someone greets you with the best name and offers you good gifts and never bothers you or says bad things to you, you would like that person naturally. Naturally, you would like that person. It's a natural inclination inside us. So we don't need convincing to love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, nor do we need convincing to appreciate and turn to Allah with ubudiyyah. And that's why the ubudiyyah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and all the Mursaleen and also the Sahaba Muttaqeen, their ubudiyyah was pure. Their ubudiyyah was passionate. Their ubudiyyah and their salah and everything they do, it really came from their hearts, because they understood completely that all what they have, وَمَا بِكُم مِّن نِعْمَةٍ فَمِنَ اللَّهِ. Whatever good, whatever ni'mah, whatever blessing, whatever virtue that you are reveling in or enjoying is 100% from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. No one else ever made a claim to it. Only Allah said, every ni'mah you have, I gave it to you. Nature never said that. Rain never said that. Earth never said that. No planet or any existence in the world ever claimed to offer to us anything we're enjoying. So the only one who said, I gave you what you have, is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we see that every day and every minute. So please think more about this. Think more about the health Allah has given you. Think more about the family Allah has given you. Think more about the everything that you enjoy that Allah has given you. And the more you think about it, the more your heart will really be in tune with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will feel indebted to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, will naturally thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That was Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that was our role model. Last week we spoke about one of the mothers of the believers, and we mentioned very pointedly, the week before last, that it is very important that we know our mothers. It is very important we know the mothers of the believers, because wallahi they are our mothers. Just like I know the mother who gave birth to me, I need to know the mother who is the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we spoke about our mother Aisha. May Allah be pleased with her and her father. And today, inshallah, we'll go over some of the information we get from Aisha about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The idea is, human beings make mistakes. Human beings are not angels. So if you live with your wife, expecting that your wife or husband will always do what is right, will always say what is right, will always think what is right, you are living with an angel. You are not living with a human being. You are too quick to go into the Jannah while you are in the dunya. No, please, hold your horses. Wait a minute, you are in the dunya still. You are living with a human being who have pet peeves, who have things that anger them, who sometimes just feel lethargic, doesn't want to do anything. We are living with human beings. And who at times will wake you up for tahajjud, will even sprinkle some water in your face to pray with her. That's beautiful. But do not expect perfection from human beings. Rasulullah ﷺ was the perfect example Allah has given us. But that example was there to aspire to. So we have a perfect human example we can aspire to reach. How did he deal with his spouse? How did he deal with the ibadah? How did he do things? But when we talk about human beings, we need to remember we have always to accompany with us. If we need the good mu'amala, the good ushra, the good time, the good accompaniment, we should always be forgiving. You cannot live in this life successfully without having the tasamuh, and the afu and the taghafur. You have to let go. You have to make what we call إغضاء الطرف عن النقائص. Because perfection only belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In the humans, it belongs to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But myself, yourself, my spouse, your spouse, we are, inshallah, aspiring to be good. We are aspiring to follow Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But there will be some issues here and there. There will be some differences here and there. There will be some, even sometimes anger here and there. But deal with it the way Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam dealt with it. When we look at the story of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how he dealt with his spouses, how he dealt with the companions, how he dealt with the mistakes. Yes, he was the educator, the teacher, but he was not the fault finder. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, out of nowhere, according to Al-Bukhari and according to Al-Nasa'i, told al-Mu'minin Aisha, or mother Aisha. He said, Aisha, I know when you are happy with me, and I know when you are not happy with me. Aisha, أعرف رضاك من غضبك. I know when you are happy with me, and I know when you are not really happy with me. We're talking about husband and wife. Rasulullah ﷺ did not blame her, did not talk down on her. I'm the messenger of Allah. How dare you become angry with me? No, no, no. He said, my wife, Aisha, I know, I feel you, I get you. I can read you. When you're happy with me, I get it. When you're not happy with me, I also know it. She said, وَكَيْفَ تَعْرِفُ ذَلِكَ? How do you know that, O Rasulullah? He said, when you're happy with me, you say, La wa Rabbi Muhammad, nay, by the Lord of Muhammad. When you're not happy with me, you say, nay, by the Lord of Ibrahim. She said, Ya Rasulullah, wallahi ma ahjuru illa ismaka. That in my heart, have full love and compassion and respect. But I only try to avoid your name at that specific point. But here, Rasulullah is telling us the idea of tasamuh, the idea of taghafur, the idea of letting go, the idea of not fault finding, not to become a stickler, not to say, oh, you did this and that and that and that, and you also overburned the bread, and you also did this and put too much salt in the musaqqa'a and all of this. No, you can move on. Move on. Perfection belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and in the humans, to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But your wife and myself and all of us will always make mistakes. So have that broad mindset. Have that forgiving and loving mindset. This is about Aisha. Something even more severe happened. One day Rasulullah was at the house of Aisha, according to Anas radiallahu anhu, who said Rasulullah since he was like a child, only 10 of age, until like he was 20. He said Rasulullah for a long period, and he said he never ever came down on me. Never ever. Never ever told me for something I did, why did you do this? Or for something I did not do, why you did not do that? That Rasulullah let him go on the error? No way. He will correct him, he will make sure he will not repeat it, but he will not bring him down. He will not attack him, he will not criticize him in a way that it will depress him. You know, criticism sometimes can cause depression to people, especially if it comes from someone with renown and respect, like a husband in the house. You are the father, you are the breadwinner, so when you come down on people, you really come hard. You need to know that. Your coming down on people is not like anyone else, because you are the leader, the imam of that house. Rasulullah ﷺ one time was at the house of Aisha, according to Anas radiallahu anhu, and when the mother of the believer, Salama, we remember that her name was Hind bint Abi Umayyah. Her real name is not Salama. Salama was her son. So Salama sent food to Rasulullah ﷺ. Aisha, upon seeing the food coming, she felt jealous. And she hit the boy was carrying the plate like this. She hit the plate fell down, it broke. Rasulullah ﷺ was there watching all of this. He did not stand up giving lectures about good behavior and this and that and patience and sabr and what have you. He could have done that. But Rasulullah ﷺ did something else. He said, talking to people who are witnessing it, Anas and the others, غارت أمكم. Your mother became jealous. غارت أمكم. Your mother. See? He did not say غارت Aisha. He did not distance himself from her. No, she is my wife. She is the mother of all the believers. But she became jealous. So you are part of it. She belongs to you. She is your mother. But she became jealous. غارت أمكم. He didn't say غارت al-Umayra or غارت bint Abi Bakr or غارت Aisha. No, no, no. غارت أمكم. Your mother became jealous. And he sat down. He brought the food in one plate. And then he asked the boy who brought the plate,